Heroes, villains, a tale as old as time, and the never-ending battle to protect truth and justice from those who thrive on chaos and bloodshed. Come with us as we peel back the mask on your beloved Crusaders of Light and dive deep into the dark and twisted abyss of your most feared and hated harbingers of doom. Follow your host, Power Maximus, and everyone's favorite demigod, Lord Triage, as they take a trip down the rabbit hole that is everything super. So, are you a hero or a villain? Either way, find that super suit and suit up for the Super Breakdown.
Hello, everybody. Testing, mic check 1, 2. All right. So as you can see, me and Triage, we're running on the same sound bites right now. Jag, say what's up.
What's up?
God. As usual. All right, guys, we got something good for you guys today. So good. Oh, y'all gonna love it. You know what? Triage, tell them who we're talking about today. Tell them who we're talking about today.
Tell them today we're taking off and we're going over one of my favorite characters. One of my favorite. I'm not even gonna call him a villain. I'm gonna call him a visionary.
Visionary.
My son Nathaniel Richards, better known to the unaffiliated as Kang the Conqueror.
Oh, okay. All right. Listen, we got a good show for you today. We're actually doing something different that we don't normally do. All three of us are actually going to be playing the game together instead of just our game master. So all three of us, we're going to be rocking some Marvel Ultimate Alliance for you guys while we break down the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Kang the Conqueror. You know what? I feel like us starting, like, we're talking about Kang. So I feel like, one moment. Hold on. All right. So we also got a special guest today. He just saw that we alive, and he's ready to come through, say his piece. So since we're talking about Kang the Conqueror, I feel like it's only right to have the man himself come and introduce himself. Come on now.
Thank you, Power. Hello, Lord Triage.
Come on now. Trying to open up his chat bubble. It won't
Thank
open
you,
up the
Power.
man's chat bubble.
Hello, Lord Triage. And
Open up the man's chat bubble now. It's being weird. It's not
Thank
letting
you,
me
Power.
bring him
Hello,
in.
Lord Triage and Saiyan Jag.
It's not letting me bring him in.
Thanks for having me.
All right, that's hurting my soul. We gonna fix this. We gonna fix this right now. We fixing this right now. Right goddamn now. No, we ain't gonna disrespect this man like this, ladies and gentlemen. Kang the Conqueror.
Thank you, Power. Hello, Lord Triage and Saiyan Jag. Thanks for having me on the show tonight. Allow me to introduce myself and give a little background for those who don't know who I am. I am Nathaniel Richards, but many may know me better as Kang the Conqueror. I am a 31st century scholar and descendant of Reed Richards' time-traveling father, Nathaniel. I became fascinated with history and discovered the time-travel technology created by Dr. Victor von Doom. I then traveled back in time to ancient Egypt, aboard a sphinx-shaped time ship, and became the pharaoh Ramatut, with plans to claim Ensaba Nur, the mutant destined to become Apocalypse, as my heir. But as pharaoh, my rule was cut short when I was defeated by the time-displaced Fantastic Four. Embittered, I traveled forward to the 20th century, where I met Dr. Doom, whom I believe might be my ancestor. I later designed armor based on Doom's and, calling myself the Scarlet Centurion, pit the Avengers team against their alternate reality counterparts. I planned to dispose of them all, but the Avengers managed to force me from the timeline, where a divergent version of myself became Victor X Prime, the archenemy of the Squadron Supreme. I tried to return to the 31st century, but I overshot by 1,000 years, discovering a war-torn Earth that uses advanced weapons they no longer understand. I found it simple to conquer the planet, expanding my dominion throughout the galaxy, and reinvented myself as Kang the Conqueror. But this future world was dying, and so I decided to take over an earlier, more fertile Earth, until these three captured me and invited me on the show. I shall take my leave now, for it seems this world's variant of myself has a sexual assault case, and I want no part in that. Power, be sure to send me one of those fuck prep time t-shirts. They go hard in the future. I'm a size extra large in shirts. I'll be in touch.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kang the Conqueror came through, wanting to say his piece a little bit. You know, I didn't feel like it was right to do the show and not invite the man we talking about onto the show. That's just me. I felt like it would have been rude.
What the fuck? What, dude? What?
I told you I was gonna have to have a special guest. What y'all think?
I damn sure wasn't expecting that.
Did y'all really think I was gonna get Jonathan Majors on the show?
Hell no.
Goddamn sexual assault case. Fuck out of here.
Listen,
Actual assault
far-
case, an actual
as
assault
far
case.
as I'm concerned, hold on. As far as I'm concerned, Mr. Majors is innocent until proven guilty.
I very much so agree.
agree.
I agree. But
All right, we ain't gonna throw our brother out to the wind like that.
absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's the brother right there. But yeah, as you guys can see, we got Marvel Ultimate Alliance going on. You're running around with. Are you in Super Saiyan Blue?
Yes.
Okay. We're running around with Vegeta. We got John Wick, Doom the Goon, and the man himself, Kang the Conqueror. All right. So based off of our guest stars, his little rundown on himself, brother, what can you tell us about Mr. Nathaniel Richards, aka Kang the Conqueror, aka Scarlet Centurion, aka that nigga?
Well, one thing that I thought that was really interesting, and it's something that we saw a little glimpse of in Quantumania, is just how dangerous this man is. I mean, when he says that one quote, you think this is new to me? You have any idea how many rebellions I've put down, the worlds I've conquered, the Avengers I've killed? Like, that right there just speaks so much volumes to what it is this man is capable of. And it's like, even Scott Lang said it, like, "Oh yeah, I beat the Conqueror. It's no big thing." Or wait, or did I? Like,
Yeah, he had to second guess himself. He had to question himself on that.
Yeah, because there's no way this is not going to come back to bite him in his ass. And
Absolutely.
And I don't think
you don't take down a god and nothing happens.
Well, I don't think that variant of him is quote unquote dead.
No, I think he's just in a smaller realm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So honestly, especially after that, because ain't no goddamn way Ant-Man beating Kang the Conqueror.
You talk to ants.
With ants. You're right,
I'm
with
stuck.
ants.
I'm stuck.
With ants.
There
Oh
we go.
my
I'm
god.
stuck.
How'd you get stuck?
I was jumping around waiting. I got stuck in between the poles.
You got stuck in someone's holes.
Between the poles. Oh, I thought you said you got stuck in the holes. I was like, what? All right. But no, yeah, I definitely feel there's no way that Ant-Man is beating Kang the Conqueror. I mean, because we see Sylvie take out the one above all. Oh no, not the one above all. The He Who Remains.
Yeah, let's acknowledge that real quick because that's something that kind of it'll quote my son Casino Black. You want to know what really jams my Glock? So we just seen multiple people meet their variants.
Mm-hmm.
Wanda possessed hers. Doctor Strange possessed hers.
That's
Peter
his.
Parker, possessed his. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Peter Parker fights alongside his. Loki be the only nigga to try to fuck his.
Yeah. Because that's the ultimate form of narcissism. Like
He fell in love with himself. Yeah,
he loves himself. He loves himself.
Oh, well, what was the Greek mythology? Narcissus fell in love with his reflection.
Yep.
So yeah, I can kind of understand it, but still, come on, man.
That's
But
wild.
then you got Kang who meets himself and goes, "Yeah, we're gonna find out who's the baddest nigga out of all of us is."
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm gonna start up this mission.
You gotta go to Tony. You gotta go. Yellow marker.
Oh, yeah.
He means the cunt in the shiny condom.
Yes.
Yes.
You see the yellow mark?
Yes.
Turn down.
How do you jump? How do you jump?
Your controls are different than mine. Whoop.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, this is different. This is weird. This is weird.
But yeah, first appearing in the Fantastic Four, Kang actually did travel back in time to try to recruit Apocalypse as his protege for out of all things, which I thought was really interesting.
Yeah, and
Sabanur. So, and it's funny because we brought this up in a previous episode. Can't remember what episode it was.
I think it was when we talked about Archangel. We did an Apocalypse Archangel episode. If you haven't seen that, go check us out on Spotify. It's up there on Spotify. Archangel / Angel / Archangel.
So yeah, one of the things we talked about was how, if Apocalypse was the ruler of ancient Egypt at some point in time, he would have had to cross paths with Kang the Conqueror. Mm-hmm. And then come to find out, Kang went back in time solely for the purpose of recruiting him.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I keep waiting to see the fight between the two of them because, to my knowledge, this never really happened.
Mm-hmm.
And who would your money be on? I'm curious.
Between Apocalypse and
Kang, yeah.
I don't know. I say Kang. All right, let's go over here.
Kang.
Yeah, I say Kang. I got my money. My money's on Kang.
But see, I would take Apocalypse for just one reason.
Why is that?
He's harder to kill.
Yeah.
Because the thing with Kang is that another variant of him will just pop back up. Opposed to Apocalypse, who literally...
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the interesting thing with that.
You go over here.
All right, Mr. Vic. Let's go over this way. Now, what I've always found interesting with Kang, as we heard, Kang himself, point out that he's a descendant of Reed Richards.
And Dr. Doom.
And supposedly Dr. Doom. Or has that ever been on
denied or confirmed?
Yeah.
It not necessarily, but I would definitely believe it just from his attitude, stuff he does, the way he carries himself. And then let's not forget the whole thing with his modern day suit is modeled after Doom's after he met him. So,
well, I mean, the thing is, I feel like I personally feel like he's a legit descendant of the Reeds, but he relates more to Doom and the ideologies of Doom than anything.
Well, yeah, it does make sense. I mean, it's one of those things, if you meet someone who's has similar ideology. You good, Jag?
You good?
Yeah.
All right. I just checking. Yeah, he has to die at least 3 times an episode.
Yeah.
It's in his contract.
It's in his contract.
That's wild, bro. You got that. Whose contract is that? Where they have to be? You got that Taylor Lautner contract. When he's in Twilight, in his contract,
he had to be shirtless every so often.
Yeah, he had to be. So for you, your contract, you got to die at least 3 times an episode.
Oh God.
What was that? That's I think that's 2 so far. Give us 1 more and you fulfill your contract.
There it is.
You okay?
Pause. So he travels back in time with the intention of ruling ancient Egypt as the pharaoh. I know I'm going to butcher this, but ladies and gentlemen, please forgive me. As Ramon Tut, and it's supposed to be that while he's ruling ancient Egypt, that he winds up being stopped by the time by the time displaced Fantastic Four. Now, this is one of those moments. What?
I'm trying to figure out the controls. How do you use your special abilities again, bro?
This is one of those moments where I'm going to nitpick just a little
I
bit.
hold R2 and it comes up on the menu. Whoa.
Yeah, this is one of those moments where I'm going to nitpick just a little bit, and I'm going to go how I have a hard time believing. Granted, this was the King at the beginning. I have a hard time believing the Fantastic Four would stop him.
Yeah.
Just from what we've seen so far.
Like but here's the thing though. In that timeline, he was displaced. He wasn't like full on Kang the Conqueror yet. He wasn't in his full abilities. He was just time traveling at that point.
This is true. That's why I said maybe I'll let it slide. But it's also one of them things like,
I don't know. Oh wow, we aren't at Atlantis yet.
Dumb Dugan.
I don't know. When it comes to Kang, again, because he has so many different variants that all kind of work together, you don't really know which one you come into contact with when they're fighting. So Rama Tut, again, is a different version of him at a different level of his power. Because all of his time jumping and stuff, there's versions of him that are all throughout time at different levels of his power. Hit circle and circle and all that. So commentary and stuff.
Now we gotta keep. It's an escort mission. Ugh.
It's still not working for me. Am I doomed right now? I think I'm doomed.
You hit the triggers on the side or anything like that?
Dugan, move, Dugan. God damn, he was in my way. Now, what exactly are Kang's abilities?
So Kang's abilities have to go along with his suit, which is based in future attack. Usually, it's not limited to energy blast, force fields. Gives him the ability to conjure weapons from his armor. And then the other thing that also is really cool is that his chair, which actually is his vessel for time travel, is synced to his mind, so he can control it.
Is that the
without physically touching it?
Is that the options menu?
Yeah, that's selection, dude. That's like
select.
That's
weird, but okay.
That's how the config is for you.
So what did we see in Quantum Medium? So I see we saw his blast, his gauntlet blast.
Mm-hmm. The force fields.
There
also seemed to be that he had, at least from what I took from the fight, is that he had the ability to manipulate energy.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Maybe not so much bend it, maybe not so much control it, but bend it to his will.
Yeah, or
configure stuff.
Not necessarily generated either. Up. All right, let me just let me just do a control config real quick. Right down.
Those
left.
work fine, right?
Normal attack. I'm gonna make my normal attack. Smash is gonna be X. Use is gonna be square. Circle element. B. And actually, yeah. Now the leaf wise jump.
Okay.
Guard. No, I gotta change that button though for my powers to use powers.
Okay.
All right. Use powers is gonna be R2, and I don't care about turning the camera really.
You need to change the button to trigger the map. Change the map trigger. Change it to the select button.
Select button.
And then
there's that.
Get rid of the other button being the thing. Hit the click down R3 to get rid of it. There you go.
Oh, wait.
And the pause, make your pause button an actual pause button.
Oh, so that's gonna be actual options then.
Mm-hmm.
So, what was the first time you were introduced to Kang?
For me,
And then get rid of the other button. Click down the trigger.
I can't even remember.
It's the right trigger to click get rid of it, I think.
See, for me, it was the Avengers cartoon show, or it was earlier Earth Mighty Heroes,
Yes,
and it's
I
supposed to
think
be
so.
that he came back
You
in
need the left
time
camera so you can turn the camera around.
because of excuse me, I almost said Doctor Strange, because of Captain America. It's supposed to be
Right.
that Captain America being displaced at a time led to the whole fight with the Skrull and the Kree and how that destroys the planet. But I thought it was cool because that whole prelude to the whole thing with the Secret Invasion.
You don't want the camera
because Cap
controls
got
to
pissed
be
by
there.
the Skrull.
That's your stick, dude.
Oh, that's
your camera.
Oh, that's important.
You want to be your other stick?
Yes. What was that, left or right? Right.
Right.
There we go. All right.
And I gotta fix this one. This is left.
Left.
Okay.
Yeah, this is wild. There's a lot. Oh,
Now
oh
change
my
the
gosh.
triggers. Now change the. Now you gotta put your triggers in the right spot.
R1 or L1?
Which one do you want your block button to be? That's pretty much how that goes.
Go there. Left bumper.
And that's your block button.
Oh.
That's what I meant. Which one?
Right. Okay. Gotcha. All right. I think we're good. Go to tanks to make sure his shit's a good.
You gotta set your movement back again.
It's when right. Why is my right not coming up? What the fuck?
You these to the right stick and the left stick, dude. You got it. It went.
Hold on. Try it again. Because it's not. There you go, and then down. Backwards. Left.
There you go.
All right. So then I gotta go back down to the cameras and change that. What the fuck? Right. It's my right's not working at all.
It's working, but it's not. It's just being stupid.
Okay, let me just.
Okay.
Okay, let's roll.
What about tank? You fine with yours?
I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
All
right. Yeah. For me, it was definitely. It was actually more so the comic books. I remember seeing
Power
Kang
Stone's coming up now.
When I was in the comics. There we go. All right.
I don't know what you just did.
Power up, power buff. But then after that, I didn't really see much of him. But I didn't really learn how badass he was until later.
That sounds all right.
Yeah, because they really didn't do much with his character for a while. And then I can't remember the moment that I really realized that Kang was that dude. That Kang was a problem. I don't know. It's escaped me, but all I know is that when I did find out about him, fucking the storyline where Tony gets the god killing armor. Pretty much the whole recorder thing, and yeah, that was a whole weird storyline right there. And then because a part of the recorder was Kang. They were modeled after Kang, and their job was to go around and pretty much just collect information of the universe. They're not to get into anything, kind of like the Watchers. How the Watchers storyline was, really. They couldn't get involved in anything. Their job was just to be there, watch, and observe.
Watu wasn't shit, man. I don't care what no one says.
Yeah, dead ass. That man really could have been in the trenches with everyone.
But instead, he left us all holding our units.
Yep. Like, what if Watu actually fucking helped? Now here's a what if. What if it was Kang that instead of Ultron, it was Kang starting all those problems? What if the ending of what if really is Kang gets a hold of the of that little sphere that he had Undajaka and Ultron in?
That would be something different. I mean, I'm not overly surprised that it's like there's no way that Ultron would have destroyed the entire multiverse or raped, pillaged, and murdered his way across it and not run into a variant of Kang. Wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, what just happened?
Just saying.
Oh, that's why I think. Yeah, I think it's your buttons. Um, there we go. But I kind of feel like Kang is. He's not their end all be all. He's not their end all be all. There's definitely more to come, but I just feel like I don't know. I don't know what's going on right now because fucking Marvel, they're not making much sense with their shit right now. Yeah, they're not making much sense with their stuff right now. But for me, Kang is matter of fact. If you want to get your button set up, I'll run it from here. Jack, help him set up his button config.
That's what I'm doing.
Now, after now,
That's all
I've always seen him kind of like he sees himself as I'm the shit.
Well, I mean, any man who can establish a multi-dimensional connection with himself. I'm just saying.
Tis true. Tis true.
What do you want your
Now,
attack button to be, man?
yeah. So you can go through and just hit whatever button you want to be on the controls there. Now,
what? Up on the D-pad for normal attack? Where? What? That's a punch button.
Oh, so you don't have to go up and down. He'll click each button.
I'll do each one.
Right. Now he was going through time, looking for a new challenge. So we travel back to 1901 and established a city of Timely, Wisconsin.
I don't even want to change your jump.
Like this man literally went back in time to create his.
I don't even want to change that button.
Like he went back in time to create his own town, his own civilization. Mr. Victor Timely, who we will be seeing in this next season of Loki, guys. So tune into Loki, because I'm really hype about that. I want to see how they're gonna run that.
Yeah, I was so excited when I saw it with Jonathan Majors. Now I know that he's gotten some bad buzz in the press as of late, but I would like to acknowledge that the role that man has been on. I'm just saying, between The Harder They Fall, Lovecraft Country, Creed 3.
He was crazy in Creed 3.
That shit was crazy. He's been doing this thing as of late, and like I said, in my opinion, he's innocent until proven guilty.
I'm still stuck on the fact that Kang let us know that fuck prep time goes hard in the future.
Oh yeah, fuck prep time goes definitely hard in the future. Don't you think so, Jag?
Yep.
That wasn't very convincing. Oh my god. Now, if you guys ever pick up what button you want to be free map? If you guys ever pick up any kind of Marvel encyclopedia, or if you look him up under occupations, it literally has Conqueror under his occupation.
Well, you pause the game again.
Not like, oh, it's a part of his name. No.
Make sure all your buttons. There you go.
Conqueror is what he does. Now from his first appearance, like you said, in Avengers Volume 1, issue number 8, this man has been on a roll from beginning to end. And again, I still don't feel like I really just don't feel like the Avengers really got what it takes, or Fantastic Four really got what it takes to really defeat Kang the Conqueror. This man has his own troops. He's connected with so many different heroes, from Mantis and all these other characters. Now, I just want to talk about Kang's gang for a second here. Kang's gang.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we got Kang. So for those who don't know, Kang gathered the alternate versions of himself from branching other time streams and forms his own Council of Kangs, who we see at the end of Quantumania.
Where'd he go?
But spoilers alert, at this point, you should have been seeing Quantumania. I just want to point that out to y'all. Y'all should have been seeing Quantumania.
That came at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, y'all should have been seeing Quantumania. Oh, we're finding Crimson Dynamo. Where'd he go? Oh, right here.
He's over here.
Hit him with that final blast right there. Doom attack. They end up killing duplicates deemed unworthy until only the Prime King remained. So for those you know, that's the situation that pretty much that the king that we see in Loki season 1 is talking about. It's that situation where he literally had to go around, kill everyone else.
I believe that's Kang Prime. If I remember something correctly.
Yep, King Prime, the first king went around. So that's the situation that He Who Remains was talking about. Had to go around, take out all the other kings, so that there was no other king came about. So he was literally keeping the timeline intact, because if not, it would have been a whole problem from everywhere.
Everyone, look, it's a giant clitoris.
Oh, look at the giant clitoris. I mean, it's kind of weird though. Like normal clits, if you rub it spits something out, but with this one, you rub it, it's gonna suck you in.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's like.
I mean,
I feel like that's like teeth too.
Nah. When you've been inside that good, and it pulls you in, and she been doing them Kegels, man. Listen, I'm just saying.
Yeah. Oh, Kirby just beat that man's ass. I'm not gonna lie, he just give that man the skibbity paps. So now let's touch on the connection between these two characters that we have here, Doom and Kang. I feel like. Wait, was that a sucking attack or a blowing attack? It's like a blowing attack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. See? He's multi-talented, I say. Multi-talented.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm sorry. I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry. Now, between Doom and Kang, as we heard, Mr. Kang talk about before, he's supposedly, he thinks that he's a descendant of Kang. Me, I feel like he feels like he's descendant of Doom. I personally feel like he's a descendant of Nathaniel Richard, Reed Richards' daddy. So that more so makes him Reed's brother, not his descendant. Because his Reed's father was the time traveler. He was a time traveler. What the hell? Wait, can Doom fly?
Yes, not.
I don't know.
Oh, he's not a flying character. That sucks.
Yeah, I thought Kang would have been with his chair. Guess not.
Yeah, I mean we got him in the chair in the thing. Look at these two standing side by side with the same setup. And now I think this part we got to dodge the explosions here. I think it's back on the circle. Yeah. Now I remember there was a whole timeline where he himself had like come in contact with Doom, and they were talking. Eventually, he realized he's like, I'm better than this nigga. Like he really ain't got what I thought he had.
Oh, I got the force grab. That's dope.
Oh yeah, the force grab too.
He can throw people at me. That's hilarious.
Who, Kang?
Yes.
Nice.
I switched over to Kang.
Like literally, like even his supposed descendant, he's like, nah, I'm better than him. Can't nobody tell me nothing otherwise.
What was that age-old saying? Never meet your
heroes. Right? Something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I'm hitting the wrong button the whole damn time. But I don't know. I just kind of feel like Kang has the ability to really do stuff that is beyond what most did. Didn't he become Sorcerer Supreme at one point?
Yes.
Yeah. This man has literally done everything and been everywhere. So it's like, nobody ain't got shit on Kang. Like Doom's a goon. Doom is absolute goon.
He's the Sorcerer Supreme also, actually.
Oh yeah, god damn. Fuck Doctor Strange. Fucking everybody can be Sorcerer Supreme then.
Loki was for a small period of time. Yeah, it happens.
Yeah. Well, the difference is with Loki, Strange gave it to him to teach him a lesson. Because he's like, oh, okay, so you think you can be a better Sorcerer Supreme? And of course, Loki's like, yeah, of course. So he's like, all right, here, you're Sorcerer Supreme now. And as soon as he became Sorcerer Supreme, he fucked up. And he ended up having to get a whole, like, team, like, essentially a whole multiversal team together to actually, to solve the bullshit he done made. Because he opened the door that he wasn't supposed to open, that I think had opened into the Nexus. And he ended up opening up the Nexus, and some bunch of fucking monsters came through. And pretty much everyone was like, yeah, nah, you're not helping. He went to Strange, to help out. Strange's like, nah, you're Sorcerer Supreme. This is your duty. You got to fix it. And so he ends up getting a whole team together to fix the bullshit that he had started. Now, for those of you who want to really read more about Kang, more so, and read about like his exploits, of course, in Avengers Volume 1, Episode 8. But then so it goes Avengers Volume 1, Episode 8, and then Avengers Volume 1, issues, I think it's 129 through 135, and Giant Size X-Men 2 through 4. So with that, he's he really puts in that work real quick. Now, where was so your first take on King when you first realized the character and you first realized his abilities and like what he really could do? Who the fuck is invisible right now?
I am.
You're playing as Wick?
Yep.
Oh shit, he has a invisibility. Nice. Oh shit. He just yeeted me. Kane's getting beat in the face by a big white man with muscles.
Will you stop that?
No, I will not, because it is what it is. It is what it is. Now, with all that being said, what do you think? Where do you think they're trying to take this character?
I think they're trying to set him up as the new big bad of the MCU. I mean, we've definitely seen that so far with them announcing the whole thing with the Kang Dynasty and the Secret War. So, and I think that the Secret War is going to be real interesting, especially if they have the whole thing where if they release him on a planet that's never known disease or war or famine. So that'll be real special.
Now, I don't know, like what role do you think he would play that he played in Secret War?
What role would I think he would play?
Yeah, like
oh, easy, hands down. He'd be one of those characters where it'd be like, like let's just say for a single argument, they take the big bads of the MCU as they stand. So let's say for sake of argument, they take like a variant of Green Goblin.
Mm-hmm.
They take Namor. Mm-hmm. They take Kang. We already know that we're going to see Doom.
Yep.
And then
maybe another variant of Thanos. Maybe
I was gonna say Loki.
Oh, Loki.
So then they let them loose on this planet. This planet that's never known wars, never known disease, it's never known strife or famine or drugs or anything like that.
Now, for me,
out of nowhere,
find it interesting if they have to team up with Kang.
Well, here's the thing, because it's like I could see it like happening, like where he lends aid. But only for him to find out, this nigga was doing some other shit all along.
Oh, absolutely.
The fuck.
But I kind of feel like I feel like they'd have to introduce Doom first before that. I want to see Doom before I see like full on Conqueror Kang again.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I feel like that, you got to establish those characters first. Before building and entering this whole new situation. Fucking bitch ass Mysterio.
That's the Mysterio got an ultimate ghetto pass. Oh yeah,
True.
Mysterio. Wait, hold on. Just because I'm gonna clarify because I'm that nigga.
Yeah,
So he doesn't have a ghetto pass from him being played by Jake Gyllenhaal. No, he does not.
absolutely.
Because I didn't like Far From Home. I thought Far From Home was a waste of time.
Agreed.
He has a ghetto pass from the Old Man Logan story where he tricked Wolverine into killing the X-Men.
Oh, I forgot about that. Get up. I forgot about that. Now, I'm surprised they didn't bring that in altogether.
What?
With with Mysterio, the Old Man Logan storyline and shit.
Well, that's because of the whole thing with copyrights and then
Yeah.
the Fox and the DC thing, DC and the Disney thing.
And
Yeah,
the Fox and the Mouse, they weren't getting along.
But now the mouse, the mouse just bends you over and go Vaseline, no Vaseline.
Doing the wrong way. This way.
Oh, this way. It's an easy way or the hard way.
You got a prison.
The mouse don't play.
That's your ass high top.
Now I find it really cool and really nice that Disney hasn't decided to drop Jonathan Majors because of all this shit.
Well, we also just saw what just happened with Johnny Depp and never heard. So
true, they were probably like, yeah, let's not be so quick to jump to it.
Well, apparently the person that accused him or whatever is just fled the fucking country because they threatened to give her charges.
All right, let me move this book because as I sip my tequila, it's trying to drip water on it. I don't want to damage it.
Appreciate that.
Absolutely. Oh, you just connected, brother.
I'm back in.
There you go. And you got to keep. No, shut up.
What?
Let's see here. So let's drop out Triage's controller real quick.
Okay.
All right. Oh, my bad.
I got it.
You got it.
No,
right,
yeah,
cool.
go back up so I can do it.
All right, good. Pull out my controller too. So because I gotta do this stuff on the I gotta move around a few things.
Cool. Wee.
All right. So now I want to see Kang at full power. I want to see his full potential because again, there's no motherfucking way that he is losing to a bunch of fucking ants.
Well,
to a 2-bit criminal and his daughter.
But here's my thing with that, and that did annoy me. That did annoy everyone who I spoke to about that. But the funny thing is that this Kang is also the Kang that was exiled. We don't know how strong this Kang was compared to the other ones. So it's like we saw the one that was clearly part cyborg. We saw the other one who looked like he was a pharaoh.
The Ramatut.
Yeah, so it's like we've already seen a few versions of the variants, and then who's to say that the one Kang by himself that might not have been that big of an issue, but you try to take on 20 of them niggas, that might be a whole other story.
That's true.
And we haven't really seen whether or not they're going to work in concert or not.
Yeah, but that's the thing about the Council of Kangs. The difference between Councils of Kangs and the Council of Reeds is that the Council of Kangs always have an agenda towards each other.
So yeah, they're like the Sith. Absolutely.
Yeah, they're always plotting and scheming on each other. Now the Council of Reeds, they're always trying to work in unison to figure out how to go about doing things. I think there was one situation Reed got tired of it and was just like, yeah, fuck y'all, I'm just doing my own thing because they can never stick with the plan. They were always going back and forth so much that nothing was getting done.
That sounds all right.
Yeah. So I feel like we got to see a full power Kang. We got to see Reed versus Kang.
I don't know, because if we're gonna see Doom, and we still haven't found out who's playing Doom, we've heard all kinds of rumors, but I've heard that it's going to be the cat from Peaky Blinders. They said it was going to be
Henry Cavill.
Yeah, they said it was going to be him, and I actually support the fuck out of that.
I do too.
So I think he'd play a great Doctor Doom. I also think he'd play a great Aegon Targaryen. But moving on.
Yep.
So I mean, if we're gonna have Doom square off against anyone, I think it should be Kang. Fuck Reed Richards. I don't care about Reed Richards. I really don't.
You don't feel the same. Okay.
Hold on.
Question.
That's not true. Wait. Go ahead.
Who's winning the fight? Kang? I'm sorry. Reed or Tony?
Who's winning in a fight?
Mm-hmm.
That hurts me to admit this. I'm gonna say Tony Stark.
Okay.
Because while Reed Richards might be the world's smartest man, in my air quotes, I'm sorry, the image of him getting turned into confetti just popped in my mind.
The image of him getting turned into spaghetti.
I'm just saying.
That shit sucked.
He might be the world's quote-unquote smartest man, but between Tony's tech, his weapons, and then his willingness to use them, nah, man. You remember in Iron Man 3 when he was on Air Force One, he shot the fucking beam cannon through the one dude's chest at point blank range? Yeah, nah, man.
Shit.
Yeah, Reed Richards ain't fucking with him.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. The one version of him that wears the helmet. What's that?
Fucking
the one that's actually evil.
Yeah. Shit. I was just reading about him.
That's the one. Like if they show variants, like come to find out, if they felt like if you saw like at the end that he was the one manipulating shit all along, that would be one of the moments where you're like, oh shit. Like, hold on, it wasn't even Kang or Doom. It was actually Reed Richards.
That would be wild. That would be a nice, good twist, and have Doom, have Kang, have these big players, essentially turn these big players into pawns.
Mm-hmm. Because I could see like Kang and Doom trying to steal the Beyonder's powers or some wild shit like they did in the animated series when Doom did it in the Spider-Man animated series. And then like while they're trying to do that, Reed Richards pulls like the okie doke and steals that version of Reed Richards, pulls like the okie doke and steals the powers out from under him.
Yeah, he could also be pretending to be his good self.
Mm-hmm.
His good variant. That's crazy. And then fuck around bringing the Marquis.
Yeah, boy.
That'd be crazy.
Writes itself.
And so the whole thing about the Marquis of Death was he was a character that had the ability. He was one of those reality bending characters that literally was all powerful, can do whatever they wanted and make whatever he wanted. The story is that he started as a kid that was in like the human world reading comic books, and then comic books started coming to life. Kind of find out he has the ability to bend reality, and so he was bringing all these characters from the main 616 into the air quote real world. And then whatever Reed brings him to the comic book world, puts him in this thing to try to figure out how to build his abilities. But then the older version, the Marquis of Death comes, breaks him out. It's like, look what he's doing to you. He's fucking with you, fucking you up. Why not? Disappears. Kid turns evil, ends up becoming this evil Marquis of Death, goes around. He ends up, the connection between him and Doom, and then Doom with Kang, it would be perfect to have perfect intro to Doom, would also end up being the perfect intro to the final version of Kang that we end up seeing. So we could have it as that Reed Richards, the one with the mask, the evil Reed Richards, is actually the Marquis' new apprentice.
Mm.
And when he fails, that's when the Marquis brings Doom on as his apprentice. And then we get to see that whole fucking storyline. Like Kang is so strong that he literally went through time, gathered up all the other variants. He pretty much started fucking up the rest of the other universes. And when they're like, how can we get you stopped? He came in just okay. What, you're trying to get paid extra now, Jack? Trying to get that's not in the contract, bro. That's not in the contract. Okay, all right. Now you're just being a dick now. Oh shit. Are you actually okay though? You're really good. Actually good.
I'm good.
Damn.
You sound like you got a lot going on over there. I'm just saying. But no. Well, the other thing is, let's not forget about Reed's son. Let's not forget about Franklin. Because Lord knows he's OP as fuck for no
He's
reason
fucking
also.
broken. He is so fucking broken. And then let's not forget Richard's son, Nathaniel, who's also fucking broken as well. Like the whole Reed like fucking family is fucking broken. And again, that includes Kang as well. That includes Kang. So I can definitely see it as Doom and Kang teaming up. And then within doing that, they give birth to this whole other fucking shit. Pretty much, Kang goes to Doom like, yo, teach me your ways. Teach me. And at this point, we could have already had Doom had been the Marquis of Death's apprentice. Right? Because the story with that is he was already Marquis of Death. He pretty much created his own time paradox. The Marquis of Death's apprentice already. Boom. So he starts teaching Kang all these new abilities and shit like that. Now, who would we have Kang fight though? Who would they have Kang actually fight? You want to see him go against the like event because these new Avengers ain't got shit on the original.
Well, it's also one of those things like how would it work because we could see it kind of square off because I mean I don't think Sam Wilson the Falcon, Sam Wilson the Captain America is going to hold his own in the fight, but if we gave Shang-Chi some Wakandan armor,
yeah, I feel like that would be a good matchup there.
I mean, we're not really sure what side of this battle Namor is going to land on. I mean, we don't really.
We already know that he's planning something.
Yeah,
we already know that he's planning something.
That he's most likely going to side with Shuri and the Wakandans. But I mean, as far as like, the MCU stands right now, them niggas are hopeless. Oh, that reminds me. How do you feel about the fifth Thor movie?
There's a fifth Thor movie.
They're in talks of doing it. It's going to be called God of Thunder. And what's the brother's name? Who was from the Suicide Squad? Who directed that and directed not Love and Thunder, but Ragnarok.
Oh, Taika Waititi.
Yes, apparently he's supposed to be coming back.
No. I like Taika Waititi. I like what he did with Ragnarok. Absolutely hated what he did with Love and Thunder. Because they tease the fucking hardcore retro 80s vibe that they played around with in Ragnarok, and we got none of that. Like, I feel like they can't make a bomb ass Thor movie.
It's one of those things like where I think they could. It's also one of those things like where how do you do it? Because okay, if we were to do a movie about Kang, we have to tell what his origin, why he is who he is, explain why he's doing what he's doing, and then have him fight whoever it is who's going to be the hero of the movie. Right? Now, we can do all that with the Thors, but it's like no one's going to care. Like, for example, him fighting Malekith, no one cared.
I didn't care at all.
At all. And even,
I didn't even know who Malekith was.
Even his fight with Hela, it's like, I don't...
Like, I thought it was cool, but again, it didn't resonate with me because, I didn't know Hela. I didn't know, really much about any of these characters that they've had Thor fight, aside from Loki and with the first movie. So I agree with you. I feel like if they're gonna do Kang, they gotta make sure that the villain, because they can actually do a Kang movie. They can do a Kang solo movie. I feel like they definitely could do a Kang solo movie.
I mean, honestly, in my opinion, if they did a Kang solo movie, it would have to be like their version of a live action version of Miles Morales. But instead of him being the good guy, he's the villain.
Because I would like to see them do a villain movie because they did. Because I can't.
I mean, didn't you just get one with Morbius?
We don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno.
Oh, let's not forget the Venoms. I mean,
I feel like Venom 2 could have been better. I feel like it wasn't terrible.
He said, "Parker, our pronouns are them, they, not
Not
because
we are
non-binary,
because we are two different
niggas."
niggas. That shit is hilarious. He said because we are two separate niggas. Like I said, I like the Venoms. I feel like they feel like they're going with the anti-hero Venom too soon.
Well, he's not anti-hero to me. You know, we talked about this in the Venom episode we did, which is actually the second episode of our podcast. It's on Spotify. Go check it out.
Oh yeah.
Like when I think of anti-hero, I think John Wick. I think Richard B. Riddick. I think the Terminator. I think one of a dozen other characters. Like he hasn't. Even Wade Wilson being Deadpool is more anti-hero than Tom Hardy's Venom. But it's also one of those things like, you know, I get that they tried to build this whole universe, but it's like it just wasn't done well. So it's like, that's why I say, like, if they're gonna do this whole thing with Kang, you need to set it up over time, let it be built, let it be patient about it, and then like when it pops, let it pop.
Granted, I agree. I agree because again, we've seen what happens with these studios when they try to rush these these universes, superhero universes, DC. But I
don't think even DC's issue was so much that it was rushed. I think that DC's thing is like they couldn't truly be true to the characters. Like Ezra Miller did not embody what the Flash was. Period. I don't care what no one says. And I like the character of Cyborg, but I don't give a fuck about Cyborg getting his own independent. If I'm keeping it 100, if there's any one DC character that I want to see get their own show, it's Firestorm. Or their own movie. Everyone keeps talking about this buzz about the Blue Beetle, and I guarantee you they weren't betting. They weren't betting on that 20 years ago.
Oh hell no, yeah.
You want to do a show about what?
I'm like, who?
A who?
A beetle? That's blue?
Get Jimmy the fuck out of here. Jimmy, you're fired.
Clear out your office. Clear out your office. But I don't have an office. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out.
In modern day, you got little Tina coming in. Well, I want to do a movie about Jaime Reyes. Ooh, shit. We on to something here.
Whoa, actually, I just watched something, and this is going to be a hot topic. I just watched something where they actually went through and broke down are they all doing their specials at the same time?
That's what it looked like.
Damn.
Is that MODOK?
Yeah, it's MODOK.
Well, hold on. Let's talk about that real quick.
Do we have to?
Yes.
Damn.
Because all the children out there should know it's never too late to stop being a dick.
Oh my God.
That goes double for you, Jag.
What I do this time?
You actually haven't done anything yet.
Yeah, you've been pretty decent this time around. But they got to take their time with Kang. Kang's a character that needs to build up.
All the good ones end in O. I'm just saying. Wait,
why would you disrespect my favorite turtle like that, though?
No, Michelangelo makes that joke in Secret of the Ooze.
Yeah.
I just thought it was funny because he picked them in the order they always introduce themselves in.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He did.
Like in my mind, whenever I think of the order they go in, that's the order they go in because that's how they always introduce themselves in the movies. It was always Leonardo, Michelangelo, Donatello, and Raphael. And then in Secret of the Ooze, when they met Kino, he goes, yeah, and all the cool ones end in O.
Because Kino, he's trying to make that bond with him. That's dope. But yeah, no, Kang got to be taken slowly. He's a character that has a lot of nuances. He has a lot of nuances to him, and if you don't do him right, he's not going to make sense. I feel like they're kind of on the right path. Getting the sneak peek of him in in Loki, season 2 of Loki, they're going to dive deeper into his character, which that's probably going to be Loki season 2 is probably going to be our full introduction and our full explanation of the origin of Kang. Of Kang the Conqueror and how he became the Conqueror himself.
Now, here's the thing I also want to acknowledge real quick, because the title of Conqueror, I think, is so cool, as my partner, Power Maximus, has taken it into his moniker.
I didn't even take it. It was given to me. It was given.
So, let's look at some of the other Conquerors in comics in general. Like, we're all Young Justice fans.
Yep.
Can no one tell me Vandal Savage ain't
that?
Yeah.
That man is a full fucking conqueror.
Like, plans decades in the making, and we also got to do
centuries in the making.
Yeah, centuries in the making. Excuse me. We also got to do an episode about him at some point in time.
Oh, absolutely. Look out for that one.
And I would like to point this out. And once again, if I'm alone in this statement, I might be. Am I the only one who thinks the Vandal should be black?
No, he is in Young Justice. He is. Well, he's not black, but he's dark skinned. He's colored.
Nah. He needs to be full on like the way they did General Zod. He needs to be black.
Oh, I feel that. I can definitely see that.
I'm just saying, man.
No, I definitely do.
So
because even in the origin of him will make sense for him to be black too. So I just want to point that out for those.
Start of Civilization. I'm just saying. So between that, let's go with Ra's al Ghul, who's another one. The Demon's Head. The one thing I would like to see, and this is something else I don't think they really touched base on, is what if there was I want to see a version of the DC universe where the League of Assassins actually accomplish their goals.
I think there is. I think I remember seeing something about that.
I mean, not necessarily that Batman, fuck prep time, that Batman became his protege and then inherited the whole moniker and everything like that. But I would like to actually see like one where they actually legitimately like rule the world.
That I swear to God, I've seen a storyline when where they accomplished their goal. But now here's the thing: what is Kang's final goal? What was Kang's final goal?
Well, after the whole thing with the ending of the multiversal war, I think he did the whole thing with the TVA to make sure that no other variants or anyone spun out of control. The whole point was to make sure that no one did what he did. That way, the incursions didn't happen and the multiple timelines weren't destroyed and erased. But I mean, I'm also confused because we've already seen multiple incidents where it's happened. Because even Miguel O'Hara in Across the Spider-Verse mentions the whole thing with that little geek back on Earth in 1999 with Doctor Strange. So it's like we've already seen the incursions happen. And it's like people have already met their variants and there hasn't been...
Well, remember, this is all that technically happened after he was killed. After Sylvie killed He Who Remains, that's when all this different variant shit happened. Because once Sylvie starts blowing up like the fucking timelines and shit like that, that's when we start to see the timeline start splitting. Well, it was fractured, and then when she killed He Who Remains, we see it start to split.
Yeah.
And then, so canonically, everything that happens to deal with the multiverse happens either at the same time that happens or after.
Yeah, he had a whole sword in his chest, like, haha, I'll see you soon.
Oh my God, he really did say see you soon. And sure enough.
And her face was like, yeah, what did I just do?
Yeah, and sure enough, we saw him fucking soon.
And even the other part where he's with God, what's the actor's name? The blonde guy, the one from Loki.
Oh, the one that played Mobius?
Yes, the one from Wedding Crashers. Yes,
Owen Wilson.
So even then, like when you see the scene at the end of Quantum Mania, he goes, "Wow, you talked about him like he was this evil, about this evil, overpowering figure," and he goes,
"Yes, yes. Just give it some time. Just give it time."
He was like, "I can't take this brother seriously with this mustache and this comb over."
Oh my God,
He's like, nah, man, if you only knew. He's like, if you only knew.
Yo, my boy Victor Timely came out with the mustache and the fucking and the Booker T. Washington fucking hairdo. That shit was hilarious.
He looked like Frederick Douglass. Like,
There you go, Frederick Douglass. Yeah.
It was not a game.
Not a fucking game. He came out hard with that. That was fucking hilarious. So, how long can the turtles hold their breath?
That I don't know.
Because I'm just thinking about it, and this kind of makes sense. You got turtles and water. Turtles and water. These niggas are swimming type fast too.
Right? But Jack has modded the fuck out of this.
Yeah. By the way, yeah. Saiyan Jag is a fucking modding master. And oh my god, you guys should see some of the shit that this motherfucker does and what he puts into these goddamn games. Look how smoothly this is running, ladies and gentlemen, in all level 7s. This is crazy. It's crazy. But again, like all these big characters that they're rolling together, because I can't see them having, because we have the Kang Dynasty movie coming up, but that's not the end all be all, because we still have Secret Wars after.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what's confusing me. They're building up these two storylines at the same time with the shitty Secret Invasion show. Yes, I said shitty. That shit pissed me off. There's so many things about that was bullshit.
All that show did was show me that Nick Fury is fucking irresponsible.
Irresponsible as a shit. Even the chick in the end, she's like, really? So you have a vial with all of the Avengers' powers and DNA, and you decided to put it in a headstone? Really? Like, even she put her like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
You didn't destroy that shit. You didn't have it locked in a vault. That's just like that shit from Teen Wolf, where they had the mother's claws in a fucking it was a suitcase of Mount Ash, but the one thing with the fucking demon spirit is behind
the
a bar.
Yeah. It's about the movie. They had the fucking Oni. They had an Oni in a box behind the bar. Like, you wouldn't think that you would put that, at least when the Triskelion box had the mother's claws in it, they had that shit tucked away in a safe buried underneath the school that no one knew about besides their family.
You're right.
No, besides two people, because Derek didn't even know about it.
Yeah, because they were like how the whole thing was fucking was in a fucking suitcase of Mountain Ash. And he goes, wow, someone really doesn't want our hands in there, huh?
Yeah.
And then when they opened it up and poured it out, he goes, those are your mother's claws. He's like, they are?
Yeah. Like, no. Yeah, that shit, Nick Fury's irresponsible as shit. He's not a man of his word. Not a man of his word. He used the shit out of the Skrull and then got mad that the Skrull, that certain, people in the Skrull were pissed.
And you want to know what the wild part to me is that I get that they've mentioned this before, that the MCU stuff happens so fast that they don't really have time to do this shit. Because they were talking about this with the Captain America Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Because everyone was always like, yo, why is it that Cap or Widow didn't call for help? And Hawkeye was actually supposed to be in that movie too, and I think it does a tremendous disservice that he's not. The movie I think was great, but I think Hawkeye actually got some screen time in that movie.
How so?
Well, because they're the agents. It's supposed to be like, you got the sniper, you got the spy, then you got the super soldier. So it's if it had been like if they the two, I keep saying like, yo, if we could get a movie with Hawkeye and Black Widow where they were on some not necessarily shoot 'em up type shit, but
an espionage secret agent type shit.
Yeah, like, all right, it's our magazines and our knives and your arrows, and then your stun I forgot what her
gauntlets.
Like, all right, let's shoot our way out this building and see what goes. They keep talking about Budapest, but
we never see Budapest. Yes. And even that's what made the movie Black Widow so fucking underwhelming, because we're thinking it's Black Widow. We're getting a spy movie. No. We didn't get a spy movie. We got a fucking action-packed movie. There was nothing spy-esque about that, really.
And her sister stole the show.
Yeah.
Yelena. Yeah, Yelena stole the show. But no, back to the point I was trying to make, because they were like how the issue comes in because, while you're watching a 2-hour movie that seems like it might take the span of a week. It was like how Winter Soldier is only like all of 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, they could call someone for, but if that person's on the other side of the planet.
Tis true.
Because they were like, they had 3 Triskelions with the 3 helicarriers. They was like, why did they just call the Hulk? The Hulk basically destroyed one of the first Avengers movie by himself.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
Because here's my problem with a lot with these movies in general.
Shit, all Iron Man would have to do was he built.
He didn't even have to he didn't actually physically have to be there. He could just sent the suit.
He could have fucking hacked the system because he designed the new propellers for the ships.
Oh like, yeah, he did.
There's mad shit they could have did, but it's like it happens in this little small window of time, so it's like it doesn't really work that way. So I get the whole thing like that with Secret Invasion, but my thing also is like this nigga didn't call for no backup. He didn't call no one for help. He didn't like. My biggest question I keep wanting to know is where the fuck is Daisy Johnson?
Yeah. Yep.
Like I want Quake back.
Speaking of that, I just saw a reel recently where it was like all the dead Marvel characters in heaven and shit, and they're talking to they're laughing. They're like, yeah, that's crazy, this and that, and it was fucking like pretty much everyone that died. It was like Natasha and everything like that. They're like, yeah, it's happy you're here, blah blah blah, and fucking Hill walks in, and they're like, they all start freaking out. No, oh my god, no, not Maria Hill. What the fuck? I bet you. They're like, I bet it was Fury. Fury did this. It was Fury's fault. And she's like, yep. Pretty much it's Fury's fault. And they're like, God damn, this is fucking crazy. No, not the best of us. And then at the end, they're like, huh. I wonder why we haven't seen Coulson up here.
Maria Hill isn't the best of them. That's a good point. That's a very good point.
Well, we all know why Coulson, and it kind of pointed out the inconsistency with Marvel and the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They're like, wait, and Maria's sitting there, she's sipping her wine, she's like, Pretty much at the end of the day, yeah, Coulson's not there because fucking Coulson's still alive.
Yeah.
To an extent. Oh yeah, Coulson's not in heaven because he allowed the writer to take him over.
Hold on. That's what I was going to say to you. So here's the thing I thought that was really interesting. You saw Love and Thunder, correct?
Unfortunately.
Right? I want my 2 hours of my life back. So
yes.
I've got a very interesting question I want to ask.
Wait, what happened, Jag?
What now?
Yeah, no, Love and Thunder was shit.
Oh hell yeah, it was.
Yeah, he's saying he needs the 2 hours of his life back.
All right, hold up. Woo! All right. Ooh.
All right. So and this goes for you game master you. So
break.
here's the thing. Mm-hmm. I am tired of the contradiction with the Thor movies.
In what way? Which kind? There's a lot.
Yes, there is a lot. There's several. There's at least 2 in every movie.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, in Ragnarok, when he gets captured by Valkyrie and gets brought to the Grand Master, the Grand Master has a taser device installed inside Thor's neck, which he can activate whenever Thor gets out of hand.
Yep.
I want someone to fucking explain to me how the God of Thunder can be stopped by a fucking taser.
A fucking man. There it is. And it's shit like this that makes me worry about the future of a character like Kang.
So he can hurl lightning.
He can call lightning.
And use it as a conduit through his body, but he gets stopped by a taser?
That makes no fucking sense.
What's next? Aquaman's gonna drown and the Human Torch is gonna start swimming?
Fucking, what do you mean? Aquaman drowns, a fucking Human Torch fucking catches on fire, actually burns himself. Fucking Human Torch dies in an explosion. Human Torch dies in a house fire.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. So my issue with Love and Thunder came in.
Iceman freezes.
My issue with Love and Thunder came in because we have
hypothermia.
We have the whole thing at the end of the movie where
Eternity.
No, not Eternity. Where Natalie Portman
Mm-hmm.
where her character winds up in Valhalla
Mm-hmm.
because she meets
Heimdall.
Heimdall. Yeah, and how he speaks to her and he tells thanks for looking after her son, how he welcomes her in. Now, the question I want to ask is, how the fuck did Natalie Portman's character get to Valhalla? Because she didn't die in combat; she died from her cancer.
Some could say it's a battle. The battle. It's a
Oh,
battle with cancer.
I'm not arguing
Yeah.
that. I'm not arguing that by no means. By no means.
Yeah,
But
she didn't. But
she didn't die. She didn't die on a battlefield. She didn't die in combat. Like he specifically says to Sif, "You died after the battle. So if you die after the battle, like your arm might be in Valhalla, but since you're here, you're." And she's like, "What? Seriously? Like, fuck, get me out of here!" Like he specifically says it to Sif earlier in the movie because the battle's over. So she has to die in the battle. So how does...
Yeah.
Now, once again, I'm not arguing that fighting that disease is not a battle. I'm not arguing that.
Yeah.
But it's also like
the specificity, the specific details of how to get in Valhalla are you die on a battlefield.
But
in
my whole
combat.
thing, no, we're gonna go the whole other damn time. My whole thing of the movie, how it makes no sense that her cancer got worse when she got the hammer. She got powers. It makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, because the whole point of the hammer, of her having the hammer, was to cure the cancer.
Huh?
I mean, okay, no. Okay, never mind. I take that back. I get it because it was like, all right, she had the cancer, but by her having the hammer, it just kept it at bay. So it was only at bay while she was like powered up, suited up.
Yeah.
And then when she suited down,
so she put the hammer down, that shit came back full force.
Yeah, it caught up with her.
And it's like she wasn't going through treatment or anything, so it's like
there was nothing to kind of. And how the fuck do you end up with stage 4 cancer off rip?
it probably got progressively worse and she didn't realize it. It also depends on the type of cancer you have. I don't remember saying what kind she had.
They never said. They never said
if it was in her stomach, in her breast, if it was in her blood, her brain. Like, they never said where it was at.
It just said it was just her body from the fucking ether.
Yeah.
From having the fucking Infinity Stone inside of her.
And that's another thing too, because it was the reality stone. It could have progressed or made it worse. She could have had stage 1 back then.
No, now that I think about it, all these motherfucking magical powers and shit like that, and you're telling me nobody had the ability to cure her cancer?
Well, so what's he gonna do? He's gonna go pay her to Doctor Strange's Sanctum Sanctorum, knock on the door, be like, "Yo, Strange, my nigga, I need a favor." He's gonna be that guy. Like,
everyone else is doing it.
Look how it worked out for Spider-Man.
That's because Peter was a child.
What about that freaking Strange?
That was only thinking with his dick.
What?
I mean, if you had Zendaya on your lap, what would you be thinking with?
My brain. Jack, would you had Zendaya on your lap? What would you be thinking with your mind or your dick?
My dick. I'm being honest.
Pass that him.
Fucking idiots.
But
what?
Granted. Okay, I can see how someone would be thinking that way, but I mean, if I was Thor and my shorty was sick like that, I'd be doing everything within my power and or other people's power. I'm a fucking god. I am a fucking god. I'm pulling every fucking favor I could possibly find. So yes, I'd knock on Strange door, but yo, my shorty dying.
I mean, technically, all he would have had to do was go on to Hercules, like, "Yo, man, did you give me one of them golden apples?" And it could have been, "Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
that's another thing too. Let's not forget that, because Hercules gets shown in one of the mid-credit scenes for Thor too, and then we never saw him again. So it's like, which means he's still running around somewhere in the MCU.
all these loose ends, including Kang, all these fucking loose ends. Like, at least with the Infinity Saga and all that shit that we saw before Endgame, we were out of, let's say, we were in suspense up to a certain point. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It got to a point where we kind of could see where they were going with it without them showing us where they were going with it. But in this one, there's so many fucking loose ends that we have no. There wasn't this many loose ends in the beginning of the Infinity Saga. Everything was like this movie, this movie, this movie, this movie, this movie. And then we found out later on that all those movies were coming together towards the same point.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but now, what do we have that coming out? Right? We got Brave New World. We got Brave New World. We got all these other, heroes coming together and shit that don't really have it. You tell me, what ties does Sam Wilson, Captain America, have with Shang-Chi?
None.
Yet they have him rocking on the same team. At least with the original Avengers, we all knew, oh, they were the Avengers. They had some kind of tie together. And then let's bring in Blade. Talk about Blade. What connection with any of these current heroes that does Blade have?
That's just his movie's been in development hell. So
yeah, I'm really worried about this shit. Like Mahershala Ali is talking about backing out because they're fucking around so much. But like, so that's why I feel the way I feel. I'm like, we're not getting anything connecting together really. Only thing that's connecting together right now is Loki, Ant-Man with the Kang connection. Possibly Shang-Chi also with the Kang connection, because with the rings and this is that, blah blah blah. Now there's a possibility that there's also a possibility between the connections with Shang-Chi and Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel, with the bracelet, because of the alien tech.
And then that somehow also connected to his 10 rings.
Yep. Oh, well, what am I talking about? What the fuck am I talking about? No, there is a direct connection between Kamala Khan and Shang-Chi. Because, yeah, if you guys haven't watched Miss Marvel, please go watch Miss Marvel. It is so good.
it was so good. They actually put it on TV itself.
Yeah. Miss Marvel's about to get her own actual series on. They're taking the series from Disney and they're playing it again on actual broadcast television. On top of the actor who plays Kamala Khan and the writer from Miss Marvel redoing the comic for Miss Marvel together. Yes. So I just feel like there's so many, and again, how does
gonna be carrying that damn sequel anyway? So
yeah, she's carrying the Marvels.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that. We haven't seen the finished product yet, and who knows? Brie Larson could pull off something special and surprise every last one of us.
funny.
Thank you, Jag. Thank you. If the laugh track button on this worked properly, I'd be spamming the shit out of that shit right now. Brie Larson can't carry shit.
I'm just saying, man.
Brie Larson can't carry shit.
Let's not judge.
That's probably why she has no ass and no boobs. She probably couldn't be able to carry that either.
There we go.
He's body shaming. That's
I apologize.
Oh my god.
I apologize. Fine. That's probably why she couldn't put on any muscle for fucking Captain Marvel, because she probably wouldn't be able to carry her own damn arms if she had muscles. She can't carry shit. I'm sorry. I personally do not like Brie Larson as an actor at all. I don't like her acting. I feel like she is so subpar that it just makes the movie bad. So I would have loved Captain Marvel if they had made somebody else Captain Marvel, another female actress that could actually carry a movie. But I've never seen Brie Larson as like the main character in fucking anything that she actually did well in. Like fucking Skull Island. She was a side character in Skull Island. Shit, her own sequel, she's a motherfucking side character. How do you get a sequel of your own damn movie and you're a side character? Fucking Fast X? Fast X?
Oh God, I hated that. We're not gonna talk about.
You actually watched it?
Yeah, I
Oh
did.
yeah, you did. Yeah, Fast X. She didn't do shit. She didn't do a goddamn thing. She really didn't put in no work. All she did was, and then in the end, Pratt got put in the hospital. She got shot in the shoulder, got put in the fucking hospital by a bullet that she should have saw coming. Like, come on now.
You good, tirade? You good?
Yes.
Wow. That's usually
Yes.
that's usually a triage thing to do, not you. You are the triage thing to do to go to tirade about something.
I apologize to the viewers for my my outburst. I apologize.
Nope. See, I'm gonna go on the record right now, and Jag, I want you to be the witness to this shit. So every time he brings up some wild shit or gets me going, I'm bringing up Brie Larson just to piss him off.
Okay.
Just to piss him off.
Fuck Prep Time and fuck Brie Larson.
We're gonna make that shirt into a shirt too.
If I didn't have to worry about legal issues, I would. But yeah, and all this shit are culminating to the point where it makes me worry about King. Worry about how they're gonna handle King, especially with Jonathan Major going through everything that he's going through right now. Yeah, they kept him on because they didn't want to make the same mistake that that they did with Johnny. But I kind of feel like I'm afraid now that one, they're going to rush his character to get his character in the MCU, through the MCU, and out of the MCU as quick as possible.
But
And that's what worries me.
they're not gonna do that
Why not?
because currently, how currently everything points to that shit being bullshit.
That doesn't matter though. Once you've been trialed in the court of public opinion,
Yeah.
that's just a
The
lot
opinion
harder
has
to
changed
swallow.
though. His opinion was never bad. The court of public opinion they never pitchforked him.
Yeah, that's true. They
Didn't
never
get
canceled
pitchforked.
him.
We seen for example, we all seen the bullshit from start.
Yep. Because again, I just also want to point out.
And you know it's bad, like I brought up earlier, when the person that accused them has left the country. You know it's bad.
Yeah, because the first situation, the chick openly admitted, she's like, no, that's not the case. He did not hit me. That was not it at all. And that's how that got dropped. But immediately after,
The New York decided
the
thing decided to pursue it anyway. That was just New York City just decided to pursue it anyway. It was freaking stupid.
No. From what I understand is after they cleared, because it was only a domestic case. It was a domestic case at first, but somehow, somewheres, it now became a sexual assault case.
And then, yeah, and they decided to pursue it anyway, even though she didn't want no charges or nothing, which is stupid.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just feel like I don't want the mouse to be like, sorry, Jonathan Majors. We got to get you in and out fast, like a fast food restaurant. You know how your people do. Because you know the mouse is kind of racist. The mouse is definitely fucking racist. If you look back at the shit that the mouse has done in the past, all that World War II shit, the World War II propaganda and all that, fucking Donald's a Nazi.
Donald who?
Donald Duck is a Nazi.
Donald Duck is a Nazi. That's
Have
new.
you
That's
not
news to
seen
me.
You didn't see any of the World War II propaganda?
I probably have. That's just like the episode where Bugs Bunny went blackface.
Yeah.
I'm like Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony.
Yeah.
Yosemite Sam is holding the line. He goes, "Oh, look at that! Here comes one of our good old boys now."
Oh God, I
was
remember
like,
that.
This motherfucker.
Oh Lord, yes, that was that was bad. That was bad.
We're not completely off subject, right?
Yes, we are. But this normally happens around this time in the show. But I mean, it all ties back. It all ties back to the same thing. They need to take their, like Triage said, they have to take their time with King. He's a character of nuance. There's a lot of moving pieces when it comes to Kang.
Or they could jump forward, and this is the thing too. And this is me speaking out loud.
Mhm.
They could just introduce him, have him be pre-established, because they did work with Spider-Man. Well, we already seen the origin story of him twice, so we didn't need to see the third time. But anywho, they could already have him be established and have, like, for Secret Wars, who'd be like, "Yo, what is he doing here? What is who doing here? Him, like, him who? Like, you don't know who this is? This statue? Like, this is Kang." It's so wait a minute. So you've dealt with Kang also? He's like, "Yeah, I've dealt with Kang." He's like, "This dude's one of the worst people in the multiverse," and it's like, and that could be like Reed Richards talking to the Ant-Man, and then out of nowhere, someone else chimes in like, "Yeah, I've had dealing with him. It's an issue." So it'd be like, if everyone goes, "All right, well, if we're gonna split up and take these guys down one by one," he's like, "All right, maybe we should start with Kang." And then these niggas go to check Kang. Kang's like, "Loki, I fought you. Yeah, man, I fought you.
Reed,
you're the one with the hammer, right? Yeah, I've killed you. Reed, be humble, sit down." Like, you know what I mean? Like, I already see like how it's playing out.
They have
Like,
all the time in the world now to actually get it right now, because.
But here's the thing: the question is, are they going to take that time? That's what I'm worried about. Because if you, me and Trios were talking about this off camera. I think it was yesterday or day before yesterday. I think it was yesterday when I called you. And we were talking about, like, Marvel's been dropping some flops.
I know.
Marvel's been having some flops, and that's
some of the shows have been flops.
Yeah, not just their shows.
Their movies
some of the movies have been flops too.
I liked WandaVision.
Yeah,
I appreciated Falcon.
WandaVision was necessary though.
I appreciated Loki for what it was. I'll take it for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take Black Panther Wakanda Forever for what it was, because we lost our king, and it hurt. But
boom, my bed.
So it's like, it's one of them things, but it's also one of the things that we look at the other shit, like, outside of Kang, what else did you care about from Ant-Man 3?
Nothing. The only reason why I went to go see Ant-Man 3 was
because
Jonathan
Majors.
And again, that man Jonathan Majors put the beat on that little white boy. Did you see that scene where he hits him? He hits him once and he just flexes.
Yeah.
His whole bro.
Like, you could have gone home, but instead you about to catch these hands.
Like, and just commenced to beating his ass.
Like, I mean, I haven't sat through Guardians of the Galaxy 3 yet, but you guys swear by it that it was good.
What are you talking about? You went with us to go see 3.
You never finished it. Remember, you walked up the theater.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I never got back to finishing it. But people swear by it. A few of my other level 7s. Shout out to my son Blaze Ram.
Blaze Ram.
We'll
have Blaze on the show soon enough. We'll have him on the show.
Because we were talking about the whole thing with Adam Warlock, and how Adam Warlock is another one who's supposed to be that guy from his potential.
I hate what they did with him. I hate it.
Wait. They put in a caveat to him though.
You
to
hate
him
what, Jack? You hate what?
No, he said he hated the way they did him.
Oh.
They did make it dirty.
They did, but looking back at it, they did put a caveat in there. They did put something in there like, well, you took him out of the cocoon before he was done incubated. So that's why he's like, he has the mind of a child, but the power of a god.
I mean, we all remember the way Super Brew was.
Yeah. That's pretty much what he was. Just he didn't have that fucking malicious devil intent like Kid Buu did, because at heart he was just following orders.
He fused with a kind-hearted person. He absorbed a kind-hearted Kai. That's what made him like that. That's what made Fat Buu that way.
Yeah, no, but more so with Adam Warlock, with his character, they he was just following orders. He was a kid. He was naive. He didn't understand what was going on, what he was doing. He was just trying to make his mother happy.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and it's like, so again, I can't say that I'm mad or upset or I hate the way they did it, because they did explain it away in the movie
Okay.
to an extent. But again, like, back to what you were saying, Adam Warlock, he's that nigga.
He's supposed to be able to be on par with Thanos.
Yes. He's like, he alone is able to take on Thanos with Thanos if he had majority of the Infinity Stones.
Well, the Adam Warlock, if I remember me correctly, he was the one who had the Soul Stone.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. And he was the one that was the protector of the Soul Stone. That's why in Volume 3 you see he has that yellow kind of diamond in the middle of his head, just like Vision.
Mm.
I hope they finish that whole thing with the other Visions.
Yeah, with White Vision. Yeah.
That no, you fix that. Explain that, please, because apparently Wanda's dead. Apparently, so.
Wanda's not dead.
Wanda's not dead.
I know. That's why I said the way I said it.
I think her contract's right now with Disney, and instead of them outright killing her off, because Lord knows in the MCU, if we didn't see it, it didn't happen.
That's just in movies in general. If you don't see a body, they're not dead.
She could have been teleported away by Kang or Doom or another variant of herself or any. Listen, there's mad shit that could happen.
All right, I need to ask this now. Spoiler warning. Everyone's here has finished Secret Wars all the way through, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You got cunt.
And all together, simultaneously, let's use one word to describe it. In 3, 2, 1. Trash.
It's shit. And I hate what they did with Rhodey too. I hate that so much. How it fucked up some moments in other movies.
But the question is, we don't know when he was taken yet. Because when we see him in Infinity in Endgame, he still has the leg braces. So whenever he no longer had the braces is when he got switched.
Mm-hmm. Because he doesn't have them
in Secret Wars.
Nor does he have them in Falcon Winter Soldier.
He was in Falcon Winter Soldier?
He's in the first episode. Remember, he asked him about the whole thing about him not taking up the mantle of Captain America, and he was like, "Yeah, he wasn't wearing them then."
No, no way. How the fuck did I miss that? I'll look it up later. I'll look at that later. How the fuck did I miss that?
Yeah, because everyone keeps talking about this whole thing with the Armored Wars, where apparently they're having the whole thing where the issue where the Iron Man's blueprints have been stolen because of the whole thing of Rhodey being gone. Mm-hmm. So someone's mass producing, I'm going to guess it's Justin Hammer.
Yeah.
Someone's mass producing the suits and they're selling them.
Mm-hmm. That. Man, just all this really makes me like.
That's why they turn from a show to a movie. It better be worth it.
Yeah. And again, it better be worth it. Because again, this is where my frustration and my worry comes.
See, I know when they replaced him as a Skrull.
When?
At the end of Iron Man 1.
You did it now. Wait a minute. It could kill
Right after the I'll see you soon. Skrull came in, get the fuck over here.
He's like, what the fuck?
What the fuck? Nah. They're like had that one racist Skrull, they're like, I'm not becoming this light-skinned nigga.
This one over here, this'll work.
Yeah, that is. The slender, dark-skinned, bald man. Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah.
He said, I'm 48. Damn.
Damn.
Wow. You like that, man?
Man?
Iron Main.
Iron Man. Oh my god. Yeah, man, that's wild. Couldn't find out at the end of Secret Wars they break him out. They bring it back to Tony. Yeah, here you go, Tony. We found your guy.
That nigga ain't my man's.
That's not my nigga.
Who's this?
Who's this? This is too dark.
Right?
He's not the one I bought.
Or I also want to know when they replaced Martin Freeman, Ever Ross. When they replaced him.
That had to be. Now here's the question though: was it before or after the Wakandans saved him? I think for story's sake, it had to be before.
Nah, I want to say they replaced it before. Yes.
Yeah, for
like
story's sake.
that one that Okoye saves from the back of the van. That ain't him.
Yeah, that's not him.
Now I've seen it all. A colonizer in chains. Yeah, that ain't him.
Yeah, that's not him. That's not him. And I feel like he wouldn't have fallen for Val's shit like that. He wouldn't have fallen for that.
I mean, that was his ex-wife. You know what I mean? She was clapping them cheeks and waving that purple stripe in his face. Yeah, she talking about, I'll give you a ride. She might as well say, I said, I'll suck yo. He's like, I probably shouldn't. And she looked deep into his eyes. And he's like, yeah, let me get in the car.
Put them cuffs on me, baby. One more for the road. Yeah, suck this scroll.
Like purple semen, that's not normal.
That's probably why he was like, I can't fuck this bitch as long as I want to. It's gonna look like Bernie had an orgasm.
Oh my god.
Oh. Gonna look. Oh no. It's gonna look like she decided to celebrate Grimace's birthday.
Grimace?
That's wild.
You know what? I out of curiosity, let's do a quick rundown real quick.
All right.
To quote the cunt in the shiny condom. Let's do a quick head count.
Mm-hmm.
So we have Sam Wilson, Captain America,
non-super soldier,
non-super soldier, human. We have an unsmashable, smashing She-Hulk. We have the martial arts master Shang-Chi. We have Shuri, the new Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
And
artificial Black Panther.
I would also like to go on a tangent and say that if M'Baku is running that country, that's going to come back to bite all of them in their ass.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
So we have the new kid who's going to be the new Falcon. I forget what the Asian kid's name was.
I forget his name.
Right?
I thought he was Hispanic.
Was he?
Yeah, he was Hispanic.
Okay, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon me, level 7s. I didn't mean no offense. So we have a Captain America, a Falcon, a She-Hulk.
Well, we have a Captain America, we have a Falcon, we have a Hulk, we have
Shang-Chi and a Black Panther.
Yep. Well, yeah, we have a Black Panther, and we have we have an Asian guy.
So let's see. We also still have Doctor Strange, even though he's running around the multiverse doing all kinds of dumb shit.
We got a Hawkeye. We got Kate.
Yep. We have Yelena.
Yeah, Yelena.
We have the White Vision.
The White Vision.
Daredevil.
Yes, Daredevil.
Yeah. We got a Daredevil.
After his walk of shame.
The fact this nigga was walking home with no shoes in the suit. He couldn't at least get out the suit first? Damn.
Niggas knew whose house he was coming from.
Yeah. Yeah. And I feel some kind of way. If this is the way that... Oh, here we go. I feel some kind of way if this is the way that they're going to portray She-Hulk. Like, don't get me wrong. In the comics, she was fucking everyone. She was fucking everyone in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I get it. You're trying to be more comic book accurate. But give her some substance. Give her some substance.
What's wrong, Power? You didn't enjoy her shaking her ass in her office with Megan Thee Stallion?
That shit was retarded. Part of my language, level 7s, but that was that.
That was special. That was real special. That was real special.
Thank you.
That was real fucking
That
special.
was special. That was real.
And we know special, all right.
That was Norman Bates type special.
Oh,
yeah.
On that note, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
As much as I love Meg Thee Stallion, I love the fact that she. I want to point out that Meg Thee Stallion is official level 7 as well. She is a level 7. She cosplays. She watches anime. She's a fucking nerd too.
Yeah, babe, you're welcome on the show anytime.
I don't have my headphones in, so we can't hear the crickets.
Oh, damn. It's like that? It's like that? It's like that? Y'all gonna...
Listen, I'm a married spud. I can't co-sign for that shit no more.
Nigga, you're not married, but me and Nick, never mind. Fuck Jag, because after that response, see, this is that crabs in a barrel shit I be talking about.
No,
Jag.
listen, I bet you $100 he agrees. I bet you $100 he agrees with you.
He agrees with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anywho, I don't want to hear it no more.
It's just I'm a married spud. I cannot verbally co-sign with those things.
So yes. So far we've got a decent lineup. Let's also count Rhodey, because if he's getting back in the suit for Armor Wars. I mean, Moon Knight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've got a decent quote unquote lineup of.
Let's not forget the Black Knight. That's supposed to be coming out.
Oh yeah,
and Blade
and the remaining Eternals.
Mm-hmm.
So we have some heavy hitters still up and about. The question is, how are we tying all these characters together? Because the majority of them don't even know each other.
Exactly.
Or
is it technically right now, like the whole time, it's currently Earth hostage right now with a celestial starting to blow it up?
Oh yeah, the ending of Eternals.
Yeah, and they haven't got back to that yet either.
They haven't got back to that shit at all. Last time we see an Eternal, I'm sorry. Last time we see a Celestial is in Thor Love and Thunder, when he breaks out the window with the boat with the goats, boats and goats. It's the last time we see him.
The only goats I acknowledge are Kobe and Jordan.
Amen. Like, but that's the last time we see a Celestial. So again, this is what got me worried. They have all these big loose ends, and I'm worried about how they're going to tie them in.
Well, they said,
especially with Kang.
Well, they said that was supposed to be the whole thing with the Thunderbolts.
That the Thunderbolts were supposed to tie everything off.
So here's it supposed to. So it was supposed to be that the Thunderbolts were assembled because do you remember back in Iron Man 2 when Nick Fury was talking to you know who, and he goes, how your father is about to start an energy race that was going to dwarf the arms race. He's about to make something to make a nuclear reactor like a AA battery. So
to anyone who doesn't understand, he's talking about Nick Fury was talking about Howard Stark.
Yes. So apparently, because if you watch She-Hulk, it does get mentioned that the Celestial coming out of the planet has been noticed by people.
Yes,
but it's been completely cordoned off, and no one's supposed to go there because the governments are fighting over the resources, the governments of the planet.
Yeah, so because it's in the area that's like they're like, who the fuck has rights?
It's like what is it called? International waters.
International waters. Yeah.
So it's supposed to be like that. So lo and behold, here come the Thunderbolts, who are supposed to go in and retrieve the resources from the Celestial. And this is supposed to be about how they get this is supposed to be how they get adamantium. That's supposed to coming from the Celestial.
Yep, I heard about that.
So they're trying to tie all that together, and it's like, and then you look at that team,
X-Men.
Yeah, because that team was supposed to be what? Ghost.
It's
Yelena.
It's Guardian, Ghost, Yelena. Bucky is actually in there too. Taskmaster and U.S. Agent.
Yeah. So, and that, for lack of better words, is a team of shooters.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's a whole bunch of people who were with the shits. So you got all these people who are supposed to be going in to deal with this material, but in the same aspect, if you got other people from other countries, like now, if Russia sent Omega Red, or if this group sent this person, like it could be a full shit show on that little island.
And on top of that, let's not forget about fucking America. They could end up sending we can end up seeing the X-Force.
Mm-hmm. Shit, we can see Alpha Flight with Canada. Like, there's a lot of stuff they could do. But like, question is, what will we see?
We can end up also seeing the UK's version, Captain Britain, as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, goddamn! I never thought about that.
Yeah,
I didn't think about that.
Because that was supposed to be the whole thing for the Thunderbolts. Because it's supposed to be like, it's basically supposed to be a giant arms race to who can mine the material from the Celestial and who can claim to it first. Because once someone puts their flag on it, their flag's on it.
That's it.
But the question is, who's gonna get there first? And this could be one of those things. Like, once again, like, what if Mr. Richards was like, "Oh yeah, sure, you can send this group of people here. No, it's not a problem." He's like, "What you're doing is you're looking for this material in this location, and you're also going to need this sapling and this tree, and then next thing you know, you got a whole fucking doomsday weapon on your hands, all because Kang sent these motherfuckers to this planet." Like I said, it all writes itself. The question is, what are they going to do?
That's true. That's true. That could also be the way that they write in the Fantastic Four, by introducing Reed as a scientist first. That helped them out with a certain project or some shit.
Right? Because in most of the versions of the story that I've read, it's supposed to be that they got hit by cosmic rays. Now, in the original version that I read anyway, and this is just me speaking out loud, is that their powers became a result of Jesus Christ, Galactus consuming a nearby planet, and how the radiation from him doing that hit them where they were. That's why you had the whole thing, and then the second one where the Silver Surfer could affect them when we touch them.
Yeah,
because it's like their powers are already a result of Galactus's energy, just like his are. Yeah, so that makes sense. So, I mean, if they could do that whole thing, like, all right, well, Reed Richards is a scientist who works for some company and goes, yes, we need you to mine this material and bring it back. This could be answers to all these questions. And next thing you know, he's experimenting with the material. Boom.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
Even better. They could actually pull the original storyline with it being radiation from Galactus. And that's how they full on introduced Galactus as being the big bad.
Right.
The same way they did Thanos, how we got sneak peeks in credit scenes at the end of the movie. That's the same way they can run it with Galactus for the Fantastic Four.
Well,
they could have the origins of Fantastic Four be the ending to another movie.
Well, that would be, yes, that could actually work. Because I always thought that that's what they were doing with the original two that Fox did. Because I thought, they had the original Fantastic Four. All right. Then they had the Fantastic Four 2, The Rise of the Silver Surfer. I assumed the next one was going to be the coming of Galactus.
Yeah.
But they tied Galactus into that same movie. So I was like, oh, all right, well, this wasn't what I was expecting. I was expecting a little bit more
monster.
What was that?
He said cloud. You just talking about the cloud monster.
Jag, you are the cloud monster.
Oh, damn cloud monster. The bird do Galactus right. They can make Celestials.
Mm-hmm.
They can make Celestials.
And that's the funny thing too. Like, that's a perfect point. Like, they did the Celestials. The Celestials look fine. There ain't no reason why they can't do Galactus. Because everyone was always like, oh, the helmet's going to look goofy or it's not going to make sense.
But look at the Celestials.
Look at the Celestials.
They look pretty fucking good to me.
That nigga showed up in front of the whole planet talking about, yeah, you niggas thought shit was sweet in the candy shop.
Thought it was all smooth.
Yeah, he thought shit was smooth. That ass is mine. Next thing you know, he's ripping them niggas off the planet and they're like, ah!
Like, so the way I see it is, if they do run with that style with the Thunderbolts, they could have the ending of the Thunderbolts be, like, all right, maybe they fail at retrieving what they're looking to retrieve, but at the same time, so like we can have like this project be just one of the many projects that Reed's working on.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be like a quid pro quo thing. Like he helps Val with her Thunderbolts project, and she gets the government to fund his project, which would be going out into outer space to do, this, that, and the third, to do a lot of testing, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so the ending of the Thunderbolts could be them fulfilling that part of the contract. They go off into space, whatnot. Next thing you know, they're doing their testing. They turn and look. Oh shit! What the fuck is this big ass motherfucking thing in front of us? And it could be just in the radiation from Galactus eating the planet hits them, and they get their powers.
They wake up, and they're back on Earth. They're in the middle of quarantine. Then they start asking them, like, "This is the only image we were able to pull off your body cam." And you see like the wave, and like there's like a streak of silver because there's a surfer going by. Like, this is the only image that we got. Like, can you answer the question? Like, yo, what's going on? Like, no, there's a lot of stuff they could do. It's just like,
will they?
Because like I'm mad in hindsight, because this is one of the arguments we have all the time. Edward Norton's Hulk, the Incredible Hulk, which is a movie I don't hate, was supposed to be part of the MCU.
Technically is.
And there's no technically it is.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. is in the end of the movie. It's
part of it. Same thing with Ross.
Yeah. It's
R.I.P.
Yes, to Mr. Ross, yes. Yep. Then if you watch What If, that whole episode where Hank Pym was running around, being the shooter, taking niggas out, you know the episode I'm talking about. So like
niggas heads up.
That clearly referenced that whole scene from that movie where he's on the college campus. Yep. So we're just finding out, that movie was what, 08, 09?
Yeah.
We're just finding out what happened to the leader.
Oh yeah, for Brave New World.
Yeah, that movie was technically, chronologically, that movie was 20 years ago. And we're just now finding out what happened to the leader?
Oh shit. I mean, well then again, if you look at it, we just now find out what happens with the Abomination.
Listen, man,
that shit pissed me off.
They made references to him being locked in a cell in Siberia in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because Fury made some joke about sending one of them to guard it. Not Fury, it was Coulson.
Yeah.
But
and then we see him in a prison in Los Angeles.
And he's out there.
Or in Cali in general.
He's out. Then we see him again in She-Hulk, and he's out there. He's drinking Mai Tais, he's doing yoga, and he's writing letters to women, and just I couldn't, man. I couldn't.
Yeah. No.
I mean, what was he doing, man? Sending green nudies? Like,
well, no, he couldn't even do that because it couldn't transform.
Well, he's transforming back and forth now.
Mm-hmm. Sending big green dick pics. Lord, no.
Like, hey, I got something I want to show you. And he transforms in front of She-Hulk. Like, yeah, baby. Like, don't be alarmed. It won't bite you.
Unless you want it to.
Like, I can't, man. And it's like, and the wild part was, don't get me wrong, I'm not against the character having redemption, especially a villain. But it's like it's gotta fucking make sense.
It's gotta make sense.
I don't like this whole thing where off screen we fundamentally change a character and we're all supposed to just go, oh yeah, that's fine. No, doesn't. It's not how it works. And don't get me wrong, I get that he's doing his time. I get that he wants to change for the better. But it's also one of those things like, nigga, he's a fucking villain. Let him be a villain.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
he's a product of a botched super soldier serum. And we've already seen what happens to those that get susceptible to super soldier serum. Isaiah's team. Look what happened to Isaiah's team.
Polanski, U.S. agent.
Mm-hmm. They all lose their fucking mind.
The only person who legitimately didn't go crazy was Bucky.
And Isaiah.
Yes. But it's also one of those things like you watch this shit, like they say, all the serum does is make you more of who you are.
Exactly.
And it's like, then you see like the way he's still not the Winter Soldier, the way the U.S. agent started acting. I was like, oh, this nigga's a little crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hold on, he's not even a little crazy. He lock him up and throw away the key crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you saw what happened. I had no choice. He's like, yeah, you just killed a man on foreign soil in front of the whole world. We're gonna need that shield.
Mm-hmm.
You might as well look at him like, nigga, come and take it.
Yeah. He's like, you gonna have to kill me for
You have
this.
to kill me for this. He's like, y'all don't want to do this. They're like, yeah, we do.
Wanna know what's crazy? I want to point out that whole shit was like it was supposed to be like a reference to what was going on at the time with the spike in the police brutality and shit like that. And they're thinking, well, I had to. You saw he was gonna kill me, and it really be, not saying the people that U.S. agent took out was innocent, because they weren't. They were busting caps, but the dude has surrendered.
The flag smashers were no joke.
Yeah,
but
yeah, they were fucking hopped off of super soldier serum.
But even then, Carly Morgenthau wasn't completely unreasonable.
No, she wasn't.
She by no means. If anything, she was completely justified in her actions, or she felt she was, which is one of the reasons why she did the shit the way she did it.
And all they needed to do was listen and hear her out and hear what she had to say, and they could have came together for a common solution.
And he literally told her. He literally tells all the world leaders, like, "Yo, this was a pissed off girl who all y'all had to do was listen to." And he was like, "Y'all better focus up and pay attention, because the next one is not going to be as."
It's not going to be as compromising, because that's the only way he got her down. He talked her down, and then fucking what's your name shot her.
Yeah.
What they haven't touched back on that shit either. Her being a shadow broker.
Yeah.
They haven't touched back on that shit either.
And I'm not okay with that.
I'm not.
I'm not.
Who the fuck was she again?
That was
Carter.
Peggy Carter.
Peggy Carter's granddaughter. Yeah. They haven't touched back on that shit either. Like that's just wild.
They ain't touched back on it because it's kind of weird now, because we know we're having Captain America now, dude.
Wait, what?
He went back in time. Got with Peggy.
Yeah, but here's the thing: he never fucked her.
No.
Agent
oh
13?
wait, they did.
He didn't. He didn't smash.
Yeah,
not in the MCU.
Oh, but
he definitely didn't smash.
They did kiss though, right?
Yeah. She kissed him.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't on some tongue in the mouth. You're about to get this good tonight. No, it was like you go do what you gotta do type shit.
Yeah. Granted, yes, it's weird, but like it's like they could do something else. They could do something else, but they do have to touch back on it, because now, hey, she can actually fuck the new Captain America if they wanted to put it that way.
Or what happened to Zemo? Where's he at now?
Oh yeah, what's Zemo doing? What's Zemo doing? He's out of line, but he's right. He was out of line, but he was right. Like there's so many loose ends, and again, I'll bring it all the way back to the beginning. This is what worries me about them bringing Kang in. You know what I mean? This is a character that is a Marvel staple. It's a Marvel staple. You can't just bring him in, do a few movies with him, and then take him out. He is an inevitable character, like Thanos, like Galactus. You know what I'm saying? He's a character that transcends time and space. Fuck, he's essentially fucking Reverse Flash. He exists in all timelines at the same damn time.
The word is fucking he's a canon or whatever the heck. Yeah, he's part of the canon.
Yes, he's a canon event. He's a canon event, and I'm just worried that they're gonna fuck this up. So I just need them to do this shit right. But I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, let us know in the comments what you guys feel about Kang, and how you guys feel about the future of Kang. Let us know. Because we really want to make sure that Marvel hears this, Disney hears this, Feige hears this, and they know that we're watching. And we're waiting on them to make right and good choices. Now, that being said,
don't fuck up. You end up like DC, motherfuckers. Don't fuck up. You look like DC.
Don't fuck up.
God.
Don't fuck up. Because you're on the edge of becoming like DC. Don't give James Gunn the chance to win. You got them pinned down. You got them pinned down, face down, ass up.
That was a lot.
It was. Don't give them the chance to reverse cowgirl you. Don't do it. Yes, okay, I get it. But in other news,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
In other news, that has been the Super Breakdown, the breakdown of Kang. I want you guys to please pay attention to what we got going on. Tell your friends, tell your mamas, tell your sisters, tell your brothers about the Super Breakdown, because next week, we are launching our merch giveaway. Say it with me.
Fuck prep
Fuck prep
time.
time.
Damn, nigga. It's probably delayed on your side. Is it delayed on your time on your side?
No. What? What? I said it. You told me to say it. What? You already said.
He said he is the delay.
I'm the delay. I said it. I said it. You guys got me to say it.
Oh well, hey, I'll take that. We got
I
to
will
say.
take that. I will take that.
Like-
It only took
to say it. So
6 episodes.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, if you turn your attention to the screen here, this is the shirt that we're giving away. Fuck prep time. All black on purple. Fuck prep time. Because at the end of the day, if prep time was such a big thing, then there's certain characters that should not have ever lost.
Ever.
Ever lost.
Like fucking ever.
Ever lost. Like Shikamaru.
Eric Killmonger. Bane. Ra's al Ghul.
Let's see who we got here. We got Bane, Deathstroke, Ra's al Ghul, Killmonger, the Black Panther, Painkiller, Doctor Doom, Vandal Savage, Shikamaru. What is that?
Ozymandias.
Ozymandias. Who's Ozymandias?
Watchmen.
Oh, yeah. Baron Zemo, Apocalypse, Kang, Brainiac, Darkseid, Light Yagami, and on the official shirt we have 2 extra people there. We have Eren Yeager and I always forget. Father from Full Metal Alchemist, and Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan. Because again, I want to point out for those who don't know, spoiler alert: Eren Yeager has he's the same shit like fucking Vandal Savage. He's been playing the long game. Even he didn't know he was playing the long game. But yes, you'll find this on the back of the shirt. They should have never lost. Ladies and gentlemen, tune in for the giveaway. So you have to follow us. The rules are you have to follow us on Kick, and you have to follow us on Instagram. And then while we are live, you have to comment hashtag TSB giveaway. Hashtag TSB giveaway in our chat box on Kick while we are live. And every 30 minutes, we will be picking one winner who had commented TSB giveaway. One winner. They will every 30 minutes. So that's 3 to 4 winners. 3 to 4 winners. Because if we go long, there might be a fourth. So you might get lucky. 3 winners receive.
All right.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot. We might have some special guests coming on to talk about the one, the only Ahsoka Tano world. So we're starting off. We'll do the breakdown of Ahsoka, and then we'll also be doing a breakdown spoiler cast of the first 2 premiere episodes of Ahsoka. So please tune in, guys. It's going to be a great show. We're giving away free t-shirts. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Kick. And enter yourself in the raffle to get a free Fuck Prep Time t-shirt. This is the first piece of the Super Breakdown merch. Our merch line is limited edition, because everything we do is limited edition. You are limited edition. I am limited edition. We are all one of ones.
Goddamn right.
We are all one of ones. So this is why our merch line is called the limited edition. This is the first piece. Fuck prep time.
Fuck prep time.
Fuck prep
Fuck
time.
prep time.
All right, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Power Maximus. I'm here sitting next to you, everyone's favorite demigod.
Lord Triage.
And on the other side, miles away, but still here with us in soul, Saiyan Jag, the Game Master. We will catch you guys next time on the Super Breakdown. Please tell your friends, tell your family. We're trying to get out there, do your thing. Hey.
Oh.
You
Hey,
got something else?
we're gonna be at Hey, bring up the con.
Oh, yes, absolutely right. You're right. If you are here in Schenectady, New York, this not this weekend, next weekend, the 26th and 27th, there will be Schenectady's 2023 Fandom Fest taking place at Proctor's Theater in Schenectady, New York, downtown Schenectady. Guys, be there. We will be there. We're doing interviews, checking out all the cosplays. And if you do happen to catch an interview with us, you will be on our Instagram page. We will put you out there. We will put your cosplay out there, tag you in it. You'll even have a chance at that moment in time. You'll actually have a chance to win a Fuck Prep Time T-shirts. We're gonna have them. We're gonna have them with us. We got 4. We're looking for 4 winners. 4 winners. We're gonna be doing a trivia game as we interview people. We got 4 winners. If you answer correctly all 15 answers to our questions, you will win a Fuck Prep Time T-shirt. Right there on the spot. No questions asked. All right, so tune in. We'll be at Fandom Fest August 26th and 27th in Schenectady, New York, down at Proctor's Theater. If you don't know who we are, you've never seen this before, look for the logos. We'll be there. Look for the TSB logo. Look for the Power Maximus logo. Look for the Saiyan Jag logo. Look for the Lord Triage logo. We will be fucking there.
We're gonna be the ones kicking ass, taking names, and raising havoc.
Fucking Gungala. Gungala, listen, guys, we're still working on a catchphrase to end these shits with. So right now we're just going with Gungala Cowabunga. All right, just bear with us. Bear with us. You know, we can't use Excelsior. Too many people already use Excelsior and shit. If you guys got something that we can yell at the end, you know what? I know what we can yell at the end. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Super Breakdown podcast. Tune in next week for our giveaway. And remember, fuck prep time.
Fuck prep time.
Fuck prep time.